Hey guys, so one of the most common questions that I always get is where do I go to get started when it comes down to home buying? I understand that once you're ready to decide and you have decided that you want to purchase a property, it's an overwhelming amount of feelings and emotions and thoughts and all of those great things. You don't know where to start, you don't know what to do. And I get a lot of questions about that. Like, hey, out there, I am brand new to home buying and I want to know what do I need to do to get started and where do I go to first? So I'm going to give you 8 quick steps to the home buying process. So that way I can help make it a little bit easier for you. Okay. So your very first step is one, call a local realtor or call me. I much rather you prefer you call me. But if you're not local in my area, DC, Maryland, or Virginia, and you're somewhere else, call a local realtor. You can also call me too because I have referrals outside of the states. But call a local realtor and let a realtor know that you are interested in getting started with the home buying process. Okay. Number 2, remember, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not 1, 4, 8, 7, 6, like that. Follow the lines. Number 2 is do a loan application with a lender. The reason why you want to contact the agent first is because most times agents have lender partners that they work with that can help you facilitate your home purchase. Now, I can't speak for every agent's business, but I will speak for mine. Any lender that I refer you to does not have any access or interest into my business, right? They are not affiliated with my business in any way, shape, or form. These are people that I actually recommend because I have done business with them and I know that they do a good job, right? Not only that, depending upon what your needs are, I'll be able to line you up with a lender who will be able to help you based off of your criteria and the things that's happening in your financial profile, okay? So number 2, do a loan application with the lender. This is very important and you cannot skip this step. A realtor is not taking you out looking for homes. I'm not sending you listings. None of that is happening unless we have that loan application. Reason being is because the loan application will tell you a few things. It will tell you, 1, how much money you're qualified for and how much house you can purchase. 2, how much money you're going to need in order to purchase that property. 3, what your interest rate will be based off of your credit score. 4, what your monthly payment will be to make sure that you are comfortable. And 5, if you're looking for any down payment assistance, that mortgage loan application will let you know which programs you qualify for. Let's stick a pin in it right there really quickly because a lot of people like to run and jump directly into the first-time home buyer programs, right? Before they even start to do a loan application or look for a realtor, they're like, let me find some money, right? When ultimately that is the wrong way to go and you're going to stress yourself out. The lenders have access to the money. So you cannot skip this part. You must go to the lender. So 1, consult with a local realtor. 2, do a loan application with a lender. 3, you want to go ahead and start gathering your documents. Once you do the loan application, the lender is going to ask you for W-2s, pay stubs, bank statements, tax returns, photo ID, and some lenders will even ask you for a copy of your social security card. So go ahead and start compiling all of those documents into one safe space. So that way, once your application is complete and it asks for you to upload your documents at the end of the application, you can be able to do so right then and there. Okay? 4, after you got your documents submitted to the lender, you want to go ahead and get pre-approved. Okay? So the lender will look at the application, your credit, your income, all of your verified documents, and give you what we call a pre-approval letter. That pre-approval letter you now take back to your agent. If you bring it back to me, then we move on to step 2 in my processes, right? Now, what other agents do, I'm not sure, but we'll move on to step 2 in my processes. So you bring that pre-approval letter back to me. Hip, hip, hooray out there. I got my loan pre-approval. Can we go home shopping? Absolutely, right? So once you get your pre-approval, we will go ahead and start home shopping, okay? Keep in mind that the home shopping process is the hardest part about home buying. A lot of people always ask me, like, I'm looking to buy a house, I'm looking for this, and this, and go down the list of all the things that they desire, and they're not looking to purchase for another 8 months, right? Sometimes you don't want to get started that early because depending upon the market that you are in, it is very likely that you can find your house the very first week or second week. It's not uncommon, and that's how first-time home buyers do it. When you are home shopping, the hardest part is actually finding the house that works for you and getting it under contract and ratified. When people say it took them 2 years and 3 years or even a year to find that house, that's because they may be a little bit more pickier than you, right? So depending upon the buyer and how they home shop depends upon how long it's going to take them to find a house. But the hardest part about home buying is actually finding your home. Once you have found your property, you will write your contract. Writing that contract and saying, hey, seller, I like your house. I want to offer you to purchase your property, and here are my terms, right? You write the contract, and if the seller agrees to your terms, they will ratify that deal. When they ratify that deal, that means they're signing off on that deal and saying, hey, I love your terms. I would love to sell you my house. Here you go, okay? You write your contract, you get that contract ratified. After that, you exercise your due diligence period, okay? So out there, what in the world does that mean? I'm a first-time home buyer. I don't know nothing about due diligence, right? So that means that you are exercising your right to do home inspection and your right to do appraisal. You want to exercise your due diligence period and take advantage of that so that way you can get the home inspected to make sure the home is still in good condition. And then you want to get your appraisal to make sure you are buying the house for what it is worth, okay? After you exercise your due diligence period, you want to go ahead and do your final walkthrough. Remember, contract to close is only 25 to 30 days. So the moment you find your house and the moment you go under contract, you will be closing and have keys in hand, and the house will be 100% yours within 25 to 30 days. That is why I tell you the hardest part is finding a house, because once you find a house, it literally happens just like this, okay? So you do your final walkthrough. We're on step 7. You do your final walkthrough. At the final walkthrough, you are making sure that the home is still in good condition. You are making sure that any repairs that were agreed to be fixed by the seller are in fact done, and that you want to make sure that the home is still livable, like nothing is broken, they didn't scratch at the walls, damage the walls, take the appliances out, or do anything upon move out. You typically do your final walkthrough 24 to 48 hours before your closing date, right? So if you do your final walkthrough, you're closing either the next day or the day after that, okay? And then step 8, hip, hip, hooray, you are closing on your brand new home. I wish I had some keys around me, but I don't. But you are closing on your brand new home. You get your keys in hand. You can take your pictures, sign your deed and title, meet your agent at the closing table, and you have officially purchased a property. Those are the 8 quick steps to home buying, and that is how you get started. If you're interested in buying a house or selling a house, please feel free to reach out to me. My name is Althea Hurst. I'm the team leader of the Hurst Home Team with Bennett Realty Solutions. I've sold over $100 million in real estate sales, over 400 transactions closed between sellers and buyers. I am an expert in my industry, and I stand out like no other. If you need some help, I'll be there, myself and my team, to help assist you to make sure you make the best real estate decision for you. Passion, love, and honesty is how I operate. Be sure to subscribe to my blog if you're watching my blog. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you watch my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at I am Althea Hurst, Facebook at Althea Hurst, LinkedIn at Althea Hurst, YouTube at Althea Hurst, everywhere at Althea Hurst. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to welcoming you to the Hurst Home Team family and you being my client.